Okay, hopefully this information helps out some fellow S550 Mustang owners. I know I had went through a lot of trouble, but this is just all information that I've obtained from getting all four different brands here. You see, I think there's a few more on the market. These are the lower control arm spherical bearing replacement on the rear of the S550 Mustang. It's that portion of the control arm right there that goes to the front bottom half of your subframe. That's that bearing that I'm referring to. So I just wanted to go over a few things. BMR brand, outer diameter 2.558 inches. It is tapered. The outer diameter, they tapered it where it inserts, okay? And the bearing, the spherical bearing, that's a WSS X16T. That's FK brand bearing. That's the internal spherical bearing. The one that comes factory with the BMR is not an FK brand. It is I guess they're owned, or it's just not labeled. I had to seek out that bearing to replace the factory one. I had to take measurements off of it and get it off of Summit Racing, and I'll go over that a little more in a second. So Steeda brand, outer diameter 2.553 inches, so it's about 500 thousandths difference. Okay, it's smaller, the outer diameter, and there's no taper on this bearing. It's just 2.553 all the way across. The bearing, the internal bearing, okay, is a COM 16T, and that is actually a FK brand, and that's the factory bearing that comes in the Steeda. Now to go over SPL, it has no taper. It is 2.559 inches all the way across. No taper, so it's just, and then the bearing, internal FK bearing, is a FKS 16T. So it's the final one I'm going to go over, the UPR. Its outer diameter is 2.557 inches. It is tapered. They tapered this one as the BMR tapered their outer sleeve that presses in. UPR's actually added some knurling to the outside of their sleeve to help it kind of bite and stay in place. I like that. It's got a snap ring. SPL doesn't use a snap ring, but it is a very tight fit. Steeda has no snap ring or anything, and BMR does use a snap ring, even though it's a very tight fit. So since I went over those measurements, let's just break this down real quick. This BMR, you cannot move this spherical bearing by hand with it just sitting there. You can't manipulate it. I mean, I could try with all my might. It ain't gonna happen. The Steeda brand, you can manipulate if you really try, and if you put it in a vise with a small short screwdriver stuck through it, you can manipulate that one. The SPL brand, okay, first one I took out of the package, I was so happy about this. I was like, finally somebody did it right. They had bearing, it moves correctly, the spherical bearing. The outer diameter was correct. I was like, cool, it's going to be a tight press fit. But then I tried to move this one, and this one I cannot move by hand whatsoever. So I would just kind of put that to the side. Now, the last one, the UPR, I got these out of the box. This is the last one actually that I opened, and I basically grabbed the first one, and you can move it very easily by hand. It is so nice and smooth. And then this one, it's really smooth. It's a little bit tighter, but I mean, it's really easy to manipulate still with one hand. So to go over all these, the reason I had to get rid of this one, it does not move, it does not manipulate. When you install this in the lower control arm, the lower control arm will not pivot, because This spherical bearing is too tight. It's made for, I don't know, a tank or a dump truck or something. This Steeda brand, okay, you can manipulate this. The bearing, the internal bearing's fine. I'm going to show you the problem with the Steeda and the reason I didn't go with the Steeda. So this is my lower control arm, and basically you install these from the opposite side of what I have this angled. So I'm going to show you. They put a little chamfer so you can see which side that you would actually install it. And so here's the problem with the Steeda. Okay, here's the problem. And it's hard to do with one hand. Let's see. Here's the problem with the Steeda. I should not be able to. I can push this all the way through. All the way through. I'm doing that with one hand. So, yeah. It's not a press fit. It's got to be a press fit. So that was out. That was out right off the bat. So that's why out of these four, BMR didn't manipulate. Steeda had their outer diameter machined down too small, and they're on sale now, by the way. SPL, they did a great job on the outer diameter. I wish they would have put a taper on it, because from the factory the lower control arm has a taper. That aside, if that one would have worked, if that one would have moved good, I probably would have went with SPL. But because of UPR, I really like the fact that they both work. Let's start there. But they've machined this bearing very nicely. You know, from the snap ring to the knurling to the taper to the fact that they've chamfered this area here. I mean, it's just a good product overall, as far as I'm concerned. But I don't know if you'll have the same results as me. Take this with a grain of salt. But good luck out there, and keep on racing. Alright, so I just wanted to do a quick clip of it on the actual subframe, or in the lower control arm. This is the UPR brand, and I just wanted to kind of show you how easy this thing moves up and down. I tried to do this with one hand, but I mean, with basically, let's see, I'll do this. It's little to no effort. I mean, before, now it's going down by itself, just by the weight, with the weight of it. Before, it took 200 pounds of force or more to move this control arm up and down. But I hope this helps somebody. Good luck.